Hello, y'all. Welcome. Oh my gosh, it's the end of September. That's
Good
crazy.
morning.
Good morning.
Hello, hello.
Is it cloudy in LA? Is anybody in LA? It's cloudy up here in the Bay Area. It's weird. It's like it's hot but cloudy. I'm like, where are we? Are we in Miami?
I'm in Connecticut and it's also cloudy here.
Gotcha.
Raining in New York.
Raining in New York, just left New York. Oh my gosh. Love, love out there.
I'm way,
Um,
way, way up. So I'm
oh,
not near the
you're
city.
upstate New York.
Yeah.
I never leave Manhattan or Brooklyn. I know nothing of the state of New York.
But it's so pretty up here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
is Connecticut close to there? I'm like, where's Connecticut?
Yeah, it's like 2 hour. Well, not from Amy. Um, from the city.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Oh, because the city's closer to the coast, and then Connecticut goes like up the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Yeah, which I'm in New York often. My boyfriend lives there. I was just there this weekend, so.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Love it. Well, I want to know, y'all, as our people are coming in, I want to know what has been your favorite week that we have had this month. So let me know in the chat. I'm like, let me see if I can still see the chat. There we go. I'm like, as much as I use Zoom, you would think I'd be a pro at it by now. But yes, welcome back, y'all. It's officially our last workshop of September. It is getting cold. It's turning fall out here, and it's the last quarter of the year next week. Oh my gosh, that's just so crazy to think about. I can't believe that the year is almost over. This is crazy. So, we have spent this whole month building your fan base growth systems, which I feel like is such a timely and important thing. I don't know about y'all, but the energy of the music industry right now is giving like give up. Like it's feeling like a lot of chaos. It's feeling like a lot of people are ready to throw in the towel. I think that Lizzo meant to do good by telling people like don't focus on getting signed to a label anymore. But I think what she did instead was kind of like crush the hope and dreams of a lot of artists who just like wanted to go. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like their whole like shit was like I want to go viral, like I want to get signed to a label. So for a major artist to be like you don't want to get signed to a label, like just find your fan base, like labels don't know what they're doing either. I think that it's just been a very very sobering time for music artists. You know what I'm saying? Because music artists, that's not what they want to hear. They don't want to hear I need to make more content. They don't want to hear no one knows what they're doing anymore. Like music artists need hope. You know what I'm saying? Like hope that like I can actually be able to do this for a living and learn how to do this. So I feel like us focusing on fan base growth, we were like ahead of the curve. We already knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not like any new news. We already knew that the whole reason we were using social media wasn't to go viral. It was so that we could find the people that we make music for, so that we could, So Robin says, I think that's the opposite for me. I feel more hopeful. And I'm happy to hear that because that's the whole thing is that like that was Lizzo's intention. Like she wanted to keep it real with y'all. And I think instead she kind of managed the expectations of a lot of artists. And a lot of artists just I think they thought that if they got signed to a label, it would get easier. And I think artists are being transparent about how much work it is to be an artist and that it doesn't get easier the more support and stuff that you get. It's just kind of the more pressure to steer the ship. So I'm happy that we were ahead of the curve. I'm happy that we have spent this whole month building, fan base growth systems. And today we're talking about something that I think makes a lot of artists cringe and that a lot of artists avoid, but is absolutely needed. And that is monetization, like knowing how to make offers to your audience, learning how to actually make money, get a return on the investment that you guys are doing. Y'all are spending all this money on videos and the music and the clothes and the assets and all of that, but not making any offers to, really get a return on your investment. Exactly. ROI, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So, ooh, let me drink some water. Hold on, I just choked a little bit. My bad. But if you have been here for this whole week, go ahead and let me know in the chat what has been your favorite week this month. What's been your favorite thing to learn? Um, I think that last week, like the super fans work that we did was probably my favorite. Yeah, connecting with the super fans, which is what we did last week. And I cut that off of week 3. My bad. I made this like 10 minutes before we jumped on. My bad, y'all. I was rushing. But yeah, week 3 should have been activate and engage your super fans. So I cut that part off. Um, but that was definitely one of my favorite as well. Anybody else having issues hearing me? Let me know if the audio is tripping out. I know Soulful said he just had to leave. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Excited about that. So before we dive in, let's break the ice. I want y'all to let me know in the chat if your fans could buy one thing from you today, no matter how small or silly. I don't want you to tell me a hoodie. Like, fuck, okay, everybody does hoodies. Like, I want interesting ideas. What would it be? Okay, so if your fans could buy one thing from you today, what would it be? Would it be a kiss napkin? Would it be a ringtone of you screaming at them, telling them to wake up? That's actually a good idea. I'm over here playing, but that is something someone would do. A hand-drawn portrait. Oh my, that is so nice. I feel like that's so artistic of you, Honey Gold Jasmine. You such an artist for that. I see these little mini keychain CD cases with QR codes to music. That is really cool. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. That's so unique. That's so innovative. Because yeah, another huge thing that I think has been a big reality check this month for the artist community is that you can build a following on social media, but that doesn't necessarily mean support of your music. Even if they know your song, even if they like the clip of your song, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're taking the time to leave the app and go listen to your real thing. So having physical things with QR codes that bring you straight to the music, making it about the music, looking at Cardi B's crazy chaotic rollout where she is, got the trunk popped open, selling CDs, doing all those things. I think that that's what really is cutting through the noise, is being unique and different. So that is such a great idea. Oh my gosh. Um, Vinyls, love the idea. Oh yeah, and if you guys, I think their name is Golden Road, and their vinyls are like, it's drop shipping. So it's like it's not like you have to order a bunch of vinyls and then try to sell them. The vinyls are only made when someone orders it. So that's a way that you can get into actually being able to put your music on a vinyl and sell vinyls without having to have a huge upfront investment. I think that's something that stops a lot of people as well. But let me not get too jargony. Let's see. Let's see. Kat said, I want to write subs a letter on paper that has a flower seed in it. Oh, you're so earthy, Kat. That's so you. Amy, I have no idea. I thought about little bags, like a makeup bag type thing with art and lyrics. Baby, you are a seamstress. Like you be sewing things for a living. So if anybody can whip some physical merch together. It should be our girl Amy. But yeah, it has to, you have to have a tie to it. Um, She's currently the voice on MTA. That's insane. Not Cardi B has taken over the train. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, there's a merch site that does drop shipping. That's amazing. Kayla B said a personalized candle that smells like my favorite scents. So whoever buys it feels closer to me. Ooh, I almost did personalized candles with Gallant for his release of Neptune. And it was gonna be a really great brand partnership because it was an actual person who, made the candles and wanted to do a specialty candle for him. So that's another thing too. When thinking about these ideas, look for smaller local vendors where it's mutually beneficial for them to create the merch for you and for you to promote the merch for them. So it's a double whammy. But these are great ideas, you guys. Great ideas. Love us coming in hot with the good ideas. Now let's get into the lesson for today, which I want to talk about the 3 different levels of monetization. So, Reem said I thought about air fresheners that are titled after songs. That's dope too. That's dope, especially if you have the kind of music to take like a late night drive to and stuff. That like air freshener sounds fire. That's really unique. I've never heard of that before. But it can literally be anything. If you crochet, you can make little plushies. You can, like do like so many things. So it's really just about these things that you are creating being unique and individual to you as an artist and just matching this entire world that you're building. That of course connects to your music. So monetization does not mean selling out. Like, honestly, we cannot be upset that people don't support us if we don't give them avenues to support us. So, it is giving your fans a chance to support you in ways that feels good for both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever felt like, what happened to my favorite artist? And it's like your favorite artist fell off because they couldn't afford rent anymore, so they had to go work at Trader Joe's. You know what I'm saying? But what if your favorite artist was transparent about what they're going through and you were actually, able to support them in a way so that they could keep making music, right? So these are the 3 levels that I want you to think about. Get out your pen and paper. Get ready to take notes if you aren't already doing that. But the first level, come on, pen and paper. I know that's right. The first level is always going to be the free 99. It's always going to be the entry point, right? So the first level of monetization is your engagement actions. Is can I get people to pre-save? Can I get people to share? Can I get people to sign up for my mailing list? Y'all know that we have talked about text lists as well, using apps such as Community or Superphone. That is the email list of 2025, is a text list, because it's so easy to ignore emails and have an inbox of like 15,000 unread messages. It's a lot harder to have that in your text. You know what I'm saying? I'm an ADHD girly. I can't even do it. The notifications, the inbox stays cleared. So but those are the big things because these don't cost money, but they prime fans to say yes. They prime fans to do a thing, to take an action. So that's always going to be the first level of monetization, is the free entry point, point blank, period. Next is going to be kind of your lower ticket offers. So more actions that people can do to support you, like we talked about. So that can be little things. If you are doing a live performance, either IRL or on, Zoom, on Patreon, something like that, having a virtual tip jar with a QR code that people can scan. And you know what I'm saying? If you are performing and if that venue allows you to have like something up on the screen, Have that screen ready to go. Have the little QR code. You ain't even got to say that it's a tip jar. Make them work for it. Make them be like, what is this QR code? And they scan the code and it's like, oh, this is cute. I do want to give them a tip, right? Um, these are again small little support actions. They can be between like $5 to $30. It can be stickers. It can be lyric books. Bring the lyric books back, y'all. That used to be my favorite part of buying CDs growing up, was taking out the lyric book and like knowing what the lyrics to all of the songs are. And whether you're doing a digital lyric book because you're not doing physical things yet, or if you get them printed, like that, like who wants to just buy a CD in a sleeve? Give me like the lyric book so that like make me feel the nostalgia again. You know what I'm saying? Like give me a reason to want to buy, the physical version of your album. And this can even slide into the vinyl case as well. Lyric books don't have to just be the folding thing that we put in the CD sleeve. That only came after the albums, okay? So artists started to include them in zines. Yeah, that's a really good thing. Zines are, digital magazines as well. You can have behind the scenes memberships where show people how you put your song together. I literally just saw, I don't know if United Masters posted this or if another platform posted this today, but they were talking about both Russ and Ray showing us how they made their songs. Russ showed us how he took a sample from like a scene in Baby Reindeer, if y'all saw that on Netflix, and like turned it into a whole song. And then Ray showed us how she went from like some hums and some to like turning it into her most recent single. So having not just like a little short form content, but like actual breakdowns of how it went from zero to nothing and having it be like a paid membership that they have to see. It's like them getting access to see the process. So these are easy yeses for casual fans, right? We're not asking them to subscribe to some long term thing. We're not asking them for the sun, the moon, and the stars. We're not asking them, for big purchases. These are just simple support actions that they can do. We're also not acting like we're a charity case where we have a GoFundMe or anything. There's nothing wrong with crowdfunding, but as an artist, if someone is giving you money, they want to do it to support you. They want to know that they're not just like, you know what I'm saying? So instead of us having like just our handout asking for money or like telling people to stream our music, let's give them low ticket ways that they can support us. And then the third one is going to be your core offer. So this is the big support. So again, the 3 levels of monetization is free. That's their entry point. It is the low ticket offer, which is going to be a support action. And then it's going to be your core offers, the big support. So this is going to be anything that is $30 plus. So this is where the hoodies come into play, right? But not any hoodie. Let's get a silk lined hoodie for the people who, want to protect the fro, want to protect the tresses. Let's get the vinyls created. Have it be a limited drop. If you do want a specialty, beautiful, type of vinyl that you do have the money to actually invest in, have it be a limited drop. That is going to be the big supporters, the people who really love you down and who want it just for, just to have it. That's going to be where they're going to buy in at. Actual tickets to shows, if you have any type of bundles, if you are, having a performance and it's like, I want to say what's up, like I want to see you guys before, you guys will get a signed vinyl, da 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 da. And they can pay you like $50, get the signed vinyl, have a picture with you, all of that as like kind of a private interaction before the show. And it doesn't have to be some long thing, right? Little 5-minute meeting before the show. You could have a cutoff list so that you aren't getting more signups than you can handle. You know what I'm saying? So it's about knowing how to kind of develop these offers. It's not about spamming people with links, right? We don't want to just spam people with random links, link in bio, link on story, right? It's about framing your offers as invitations. You're saying, hey, if you've been rocking with me, here's a way to get closer to what I do. That's not a pitch, it's a gift. It's a gift. So, any thoughts or questions on the three levels of monetization? Let me know. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Right. I'm like, let me see my people. I'm going to change the view to a gallery view real quick so I can see y'all. Okay. Okay. Loving it. Does anyone have experience with doing support actions or big support kind of actions, like making offers to your fans? And if you do you have any advice or feedback from your experience? Go ahead, Rocky. I see your hand up, Pooks.
I would say I've done core offers. I've made some merch for the first time a year ago, and I sold them for $30. I sold shirts for $30, and it was like a single. Is it the single cover? No, it's not my single cover, but it's like my next single, like a picture, another promo picture from the single cover,
Hmm.
within the same, vibe and theme. And I
Hmm.
sold those for $30 on my tour, on my mini tour in the Bay, and they sold out. And I think my advice would be like, don't be afraid to bet on yourself and invest in yourself, because there are people that will support you. So,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is great. Now I have follow-up questions because I'm like, how many cities were on the mini tour? How much did it cost for you to make the shirts? Well, like what was the return that you got on your investment? Yeah, don't leave us
oh,
out, girl.
okay.
No.
So basically, I did four four venues. We were just in the Bay Area mostly, so we just kind of worked our way down, around really per
So
se.
like SPAC, San Jose,
It was
Oakland.
like it was San Francisco. We went to Berkeley, and then Oakland, and we had like two shows in Oakland. But yeah, it was chill. A lot of friends and family. Um, and for the shirts, to produce the shirts, I believe they were $14 a piece, $13 or $14 a piece to make.
Mm.
Wait, I actually can show you really quick. Let me
And
see.
then selling for double, that's great. Hold on, let me.
Okay, sorry.
Oh.
A lot of things happening. This is a shirt, and this is the front, and then this is the
Cute.
back. And I have like it's an oversized tee, and it's like a
Yeah.
particular type of shirt that I wanted. And
Yeah.
we had a connection with the person making the shirt, so we were able to get a discount. But it still was like $1,200 to produce 46 shirts.
Hmm.
So, you still got to put some money in there. But I sold them for 30 and they all sold out. So, thank you. But yeah, just I feel like don't be afraid to bet on yourself.
Yes. Come on. That is a word. That is a testimony. Robin, I see that hand up. Go ahead.
Hi. Obviously the Drag Race girls have experience with merch because we do like conventions and stuff.
Hmm.
And one thing that was like very trendy, the last drag con that a few of us were doing, which when I do live shows, I'm gonna incorporate again, and you don't even have to do them at live shows, you can do them like at home, but we did Polaroid pictures with fans. So we have to meet them anyway. You can purchase the Polaroid and then we sign the Polaroid. So not only do you have a picture with me, you have a picture of us together. And then the kind of at home version of that, like some of the girls like to do if they're doing photo shoots to shoot their looks, which in our cases it could be to shoot our cover, music videos, whatever.
Right.
We get 2 packs, 3 packs of Polaroids, which cost nothing. And then you're doing little Polaroids. So each picture is a unique thing, but still in the scope of the look of whatever project you're working on. You sign that, and then you could either sell that in person or you can sell it online.
Yeah.
So it's a very cost-effective way to kind of get images out there.
Yeah.
Um, whereas
How much
like
are you selling them for?
I mean it very I think wait, hold on, let me see.
Come on, y'all getting the merch examples. I love it. Oh
So
man.
this one is of me and my dad at DragCon.
Oh my God. First,
So
your dad. That looks
that's what
like
we
your
did.
brother. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Not too much on my dad. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. But we sold these for 30 bucks.
Wow.
We also did a bundle because I had some pins and stuff. So if you bought something else with the picture, it was like 15 bucks. But the Polaroid itself, those were like 15, 20 bucks, and there's like 30 or something in there.
Yeah, that's how much it
So
is for the film and for like a Polaroid camera. It's
yeah,
like,
I mean the Polaroid camera I got was like 100 something dollars. But I didn't want to bring it back with me from LA. And I wasn't planning on using it for a little while, so I did return it after.
oh, look
So,
at it. Look at it.
but I don't feel bad because it was from Target. This was before we boycotted them. So, boom, I was ahead of the curve.
They got what they deserved.
So little stuff like that, as well, if you might not have as much capital to do all the things. Of course, we had shirts and stuff
Period.
too, but yeah.
In the immaculate words of Mariah Carey, we got to do the best we can with what we got. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, love it. Love it. Yes, I would totally buy a signed Polaroid because it's that is nobody else has that picture. You know what I'm saying? Like that is art. The value of art is how much value we place on it. So that, smooth segue into my next segment, which is just examples of artist friendly monetization. So doing these little Polaroids, great. Merch having limited runs, like I said, so that it's like drop culture where it's like I have 50 of these hoodies. When they sell out, they sell out. And if they sell out, then you can use that money to reinvest and do like another run of hoodies and things. Another thing I know me and Kat Kennedy have talked about this is memberships. So Patreons, having private Discord like I have ICI, like this kind of membership and things of that nature. um we talked about the tip jars. That's very, very big. If you are out and about, having a virtual tip jar with a QR code that people can just Venmo you or PayPal you. If you don't have that set up, please set it up because you are just missing free money because nobody really has cash and stuff like that anymore. So go ahead, Robin Boo. I said a hand.
sorry. One last thing.
Yeah.
If you are doing the Polaroids mailing from home or sending merch from home, I do suggest getting like a PO box, so that people don't have your address, because that's a whole nother. I'm very big on boundaries and privacy. So yeah, get a PO box. Okay, I'm
Oh,
done.
I mean, there doesn't even have to be a return address. Like you could drop these off at the post office. But yes, please, y'all, please. We need to be safe. Do not give out your home address to anyone at all. Kat says, I never film in front of my house. Very smart. Very smart. Yes. Like, let's not get the address number in there. People don't need to know where you at. None of that. Yeah. But yeah, these are really great examples of artist friendly monetization things that you can do. Of course, the merch, the memberships, the tip jars. If you are doing pre-saves for your next single, having an exclusive snippet or maybe like a 30-second clip of the music video. You might not have even announced that a video is coming yet. You know what I'm saying? But that is a really great thank you for pre-saving. And if you are doing shows, having ticket bundles and meet and greet add-ons to really expand the experience. Because like we were talking about, this is not this is not for everyone. It's not about the masses. It's about your fan base. It's about the super fans. Like, it's the people who want to support you already. We have to have ways that they can support us because they are here and they do exist. And it doesn't matter if it is 5 people or 5,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if 500 people are giving you, if you're doing 4 merch drops a year for $50 and 500 people are participating in those merch drops, like, and they're buying every time you do it, that's $100,000. That's you retiring from your day job right there, right? But we have to have the things. These things don't just happen on their own. You have to ideate, you have to gather the funds to do it. If you don't have the funds to do it, then you have to think of what are some things that I can do. So, now is going to be my favorite time. I want us to go into our breakout rooms again. Who is down to go into breakout rooms? Let me know. Okay. I only 3 people have their camera on, so y'all gotta say something in the in the chat if you don't have your camera on. But I know Amy, Rocky, and Robin are down to go in breakout rooms. Kayla's down to go into breakout rooms. Let me know anybody else who is down to get into a breakout room. Let me know in the chat. Kat is, Kai is, Soulful, Honey Gold Jasmine, let me know. Reem and Moon, if you guys are interested in this round, let me know. But what I want us to do in these breakout rooms is I want you guys to start ideating on a monetization idea that you can launch in Q4. Q4 is next week. That's October, November, and December, right? So I want you guys to work together to answer just 3 things. How much would it cost? You got to think about the price. How much would it cost? You got to think about the value. What does the fan actually get? And then you've got to think about the positioning. How would you invite fans to join in? Not sell, okay? Invite. So, all right. I think everybody is down except for Moon, Reem. Honey Gold Jasmine says that she cannot talk much. Soulful said, I'm down for a breakout room, but I'm multitasking. Okay. So they're gonna be there, but the participation is not guaranteed. That's fine. All right, let's do it. It's going to assign it automatically. How many rooms do we need then? Let's do like 3 rooms. I think there's probably about 6 or 7 of you guys that want to participate. Okay, and it'll be 3 or 4 participants per room. Boom. All right, so let me just make sure there's people who want to talk. And oh wait, no, Kayla B is in a room with people who don't want to talk. So let me move you. I'll exchange you with Moon. Exchange with Kayla B. Okay, boom. Room 3, everyone is quiet, so you guys just don't even have to worry about it. I'm going to open all rooms and then we will come back after. I'm going to give y'all 10 minutes this time and I will drop the information in the chat so that you guys have it to refer back to. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back. What's up, you guys? Did we have fun in our breakout rooms? Let me know. Yeah. Did we have some progress? Did we have some success?
There was just a lot of brainstorming and spitballing for us because I started out saying that I feel kind of like I'm way like at the very bottom of this mountain just getting started.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of like brainstorming. I don't know that we came out with any solid plan, but
Okay. Does anybody want to speak? We only had two rooms, so was do we have any volunteers that want to share what any of the rooms came up with? Not everyone all at once, don't worry.
Uh, I mean, I'll say something.
Yes, Miss Kayla, thank you, girl.
We were all talking about just like how to, I guess, make the non-tangible tangible, and something that I took from Rocky and Kat was when it comes down to shows, like kind of building the experience in a sense. Because I remember when I went to go see Chris Brown, I paid hella money. I knew what I was getting. It came with all these other stuff, and I feel like even at a small level for artists, I think selling an experience so they can see like this is what I look like performing and singing the song that you guys are used to hearing, or come get a drink with me after the show and let's chop it up. Let me get to know you. Like kind of making it personal. I know for certain people they may not see themselves that way, but if they are creating that experience, it's allowing people to be like, "Oh, wow, when I was at this show, like Rocky was like my new best friend." And then
Yeah.
we were just talking about ways how to broaden like the if we do go Patreon or Discord, like how to make it really count. Because I know people aren't just gonna subscribe to subscribe. So it was a lot of good conversation for sure.
I love that. So Kai had lyric sheets as an example. What was Soulful's idea?
Um, oh yeah, I can go through. It wasn't anything spectacular. So I was thinking about doing things maybe not related to music to draw fans in. So me, I like to game and watch anime. So one thing could be like, hey, come join my game lobby and let's play Rocket League or Call of Duty or something together. You can play some of your music you like. I can play some of my music, maybe some exclusive music, and then we can kind of bond on that as well as music. So some of those,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's the right word, but ancillary things that comes along with the music or, with your own personality that just kind of helps you bridge your fan base together.
Yeah. And would they join you like on Twitch or like how would they join you so that you guys could like play together and do stuff
Ooh,
together?
so I would share like my gamer tag or my Twitch name so they can watch me live or even share my gamer tag. They can add me as a friend so we can have kind of two things to connect with versus just music.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love that. Okay, this was a really good brainstorm. You never know what's going to happen in these breakout rooms. So I was the whole purpose is I really just wanted you guys to get the wheels going so that making offers to people doesn't feel as scary or intimidating as it might be in your head, you know? It's as simple as just having an idea, having a concept, thinking about, the price, the value of it, and how you're going to invite people to, to give them this offer. So the non-music related thing is awesome because it gets people to know you more. Exactly. It puts because people connect with people. And as we can see, people don't even just connect with people through their content. You know what I'm saying? It's like how can we create connections in different ways? So very, very cool. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that you guys were really thinking outside of the box when it comes to this as well. So these are really good monetization ideas. The last thing that I want to leave us with before we close out for today is just kind of like script examples of how you guys can make these offers, right? So when you launch things, it doesn't have to be it doesn't just the way that you guys feel cringe sometimes about promoting your music is like you don't have to feel cringe about promoting these offers. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be salesy. You should think of it as, like I said, like a soft launch where you're basically just inviting people in. So these are three different ways that you can do that. Get your pen and paper out. If you guys love the examples, I can put like the word for word script of what I'm saying for each into our Discord. So just let me know. But you could save these, you can remix them, make them your own, put them in your own voice, all of that good stuff. So the first invite that I want to do is a gratitude invite. It's the end of the year. It's Q4. Like this is, the a theme is reflection, it's giving gratitude, all of those kinds of things. So it would be something to the effect of you've been rocking with me all year. I appreciate you so much. I just dropped something special for those who want to go deeper, inserting whatever that offer is. So if it is signed Polaroids with, a QR code that has links to your, untitled link or some new music. If it is maybe you do some covers of Christmas songs so that they can hear, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to worry about like what am I gonna throw on when I have the guests over, something like that. Maybe it is a playlist with music for the holidays. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, you know what I'm saying? But you can have Friendsgiving, you can have, different end of the year celebrations. So just having that kind of music on a playlist, but including your music in there as well, so it not only puts you into a tangible thing where it's like I have this music, but it's also giving that music purpose. So it's like, oh, great. Like when I have a dinner party, I don't have to think about it. I already have, a playlist like curated from my fave, right? So that would be the gratitude invite. You've been rocking with me all year. I appreciate you so much. I dropped something special for those who want to go deeper, insert the offer. If you want to be one of the first to grab it, here's the link, here's the this, here's the that, however they can get it. If you're mailing, physical things out, having some sort of sign up list so that you can get that information, from them. And it's like no cost to them. Or if it is something that they can buy and purchase, letting them, sign up and know what they're signing up for. But the reason why that works is because you're framing it as gratitude, not a pitch, not a sale or something like that. And so fans feel appreciated and included. The next way that I would invite somebody is doing kind of the exclusive access hook. So I'm testing something new, and I only want my day ones to see it. I've got insert whatever you're offering here, right? And I'm keeping it exclusive for the first 10 supporters. If that's you, comment below, hit the link in my bio, DM me, however you're trying to get their information, right? That is what you're putting at the end. Let's go. And so that is creating urgency, and it also makes fans feel like, ooh, I'm a VIP. Ooh, I got a little, exclusive. I know Robin put in the chat like exclusive like listens to unreleased music and stuff. Even just having that in your broadcast channel, I feel like that is like, ooh, this is what I'm here for. Like I'm here for the tea, I'm here for the exclusive, I'm here for, those kinds of things. So um giving people that exclusive access, that really just creates urgency, and it creates desire, it builds excitement too. So you really want to make people feel like VIPs for sure. Can we have this in the Discord? Yes, I will put this in the Discord just for you, Rocky, just for you. Um, do we want this in tips and challenges, or do we want this in homework? Because the homework that I want for y'all is to soft launch one of these offers. It doesn't have to be this week, but let's start putting a plan together so that we can make an offer for Q4. Um, Okay. And then the last one, sorry, let me just round up this last example, but it is the join me approach. So instead of, just streaming my music, you can now support me directly through insert whatever the offer is here. This helps me keep creating and building with you all. If you've ever wanted to be a part of the journey, here is your chance. And that works because it's simple, it's transparent, and it's fan first. You know what I'm saying? So, which one of these three feels most natural for you. Let me know in the chat if the gratitude invite, the exclusive access hook, or the join me approach feels like a way that you can make an offer to your audience for them to support you this quarter. Let me know. And that's the one that you'll use to soft launch your offer. So gratitude feels good. Gratitude and join me feels good. Love it, love it. Soulful, drop the at so I can see the anime. Don Don. Oh my gosh, my husband was literally binging Don Don on the plane, like there and back to New York. So yes. Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, okay. You in the top ones. We are like getting current on One Piece. It has been a 3-year journey. And we're almost at where they're currently airing. Almost. So can I say you mad at the Dandadan theme song? At the new one? Oh, is it not dun da da dun da da dun da dun? Did they change it? Ah. You can't change a good thing. You can't change a good thing. But all right, y'all. That's it, my ICI fam. So this is closing out our September theme of fan base growth. And I just want to say that I am proud of y'all. I am proud of y'all. You guys have defined your ideal fans. You guys have learned how to nurture them. You have learned how to activate your super fans, how to even identify if they exist and where they hang out at. And now you've got a pathway to monetize them. So whether you have 5 fans or 500,000 fans, we are on the right path right now. So Q4 is kind of the make or break season in music. This is like our last quarter of the year. So if you want to end 2025 strong, you have to be thinking about this. If you don't learn anything else in ICI, it is that you have to be a ma'am or a man with a plan, okay? So whether you need a plan for your rollout, a plan to make offers for monetization so that you can get a return on your investment, or even just having an engagement strategy locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like we really gotta get the plans together. So that's exactly what I do one-on-one. If anybody wants to, if anybody is interested in working with me one-on-one, I do have like I think 2 or 3 spots left for 2025. But that is like us working on a weekly basis and me personalizing things for you. But if you just want to have a one-on-one session to be like, Jazz, I have this rollout strategy. Can you tell me if it's good or not? Y'all always get $100 off of the one-on-one sessions with me. So thank you guys. I'm excited about this. And October is going to be a shift. October is us going to be kind of getting ready for Q1, learning how to plan for next year. So if you didn't release music this year, and if you had all of the reasons and you're like, what do I need to be doing to get ready to release? We are going to be talking about that in the month of October. So yeah, excited for us to move forward, but I'm really thankful for all of you guys being here. Thank you so much for participating in these breakout groups, for turning your cameras on. It's so nice to see your smiling faces. You know what I'm saying? Not to feel alone out here, okay? So I love this community. This community is nothing without the people who participate every week. So keep up the hard work. And, until next time, I'll see you. Okay? Bye, y'all.